morning, fisher people. I'm Alan Norris from FishOn TV, and it is Tuesday the 10th of September. Oh no, we're heading into winter. Well, it's autumn actually, but oh, it's getting into those colder days. Don't know if you noticed this morning on the way in, but it was warm yesterday. Plenty of mist this morning, and as you can probably guess, you are joining me at Lindholme Lakes today. And no, we're not fishing bonsai. This is the bonsai, as you can see here. That's the famous, look at that, that's lovely, isn't it? The bonsai lake. There we go, all the aerators on. And I'm going to be having a breakfast in there. So I'll be looking forward to that. Today we're fishing a lake that I've not had a match on at all. I've fished a few times at Lindholme, as you know, but we are fishing the Laurels lake today. I've fished it in lockdown, had a decent day in lockdown, but I've not match fished it. So looking forward to that with the old boys. Just got back off my jollies, so no prep done really. Just pretty much what gear was in the van. I did a few hooks last night. That's about it. So I feel rather underprepared today. Not sure what to expect. I've been reading match reports, and even though shallow is still working, there's a lot of fish being caught on the deck. It's that time of year now where the fish will be thinking of filling up for winter, I would expect. So there's been some good weights coming out, and I've noticed a lot of those weights are coming out on the deck. Don't get me wrong, there's still something being caught shallow, and it's going to be warm today, and I suspect it could be shallow today as well. So let's see how we get on in the match. Just waiting for all the lads to turn up. I think there's 15 of us today, with a few on the holidays, but I'm really looking forward to it. Not fished for a week, but the right fishing itch. Right, let me go for a breakfast, and we shall see you at the draw. I'll do the draw live this time, and you'll be able to see the lovely, horrible bloke himself. I'm pretty sure he'll be here moaning about something, as he always does. But that's it from me for a minute. Time to fill my belly up, ready for the day. Over and out. See you at the draw. Right, we're drawing, lads.
Hey, Paddy, none of that. Trying to get it on social media, we don't need language.
Go on then, hooks first. Lovely, horrible bloke.
Come here and say what you I want to see it first as it comes out. Just take one out, I want to see it. 15.
15, oh, it's a rate peg, that's all.
Where is it?
Charles is 2.
Hold on. Jazz.
2. Other side.
Down here.
Yeah.
Just a minute. 17.
Nige, 22. Lion Nige. 17. Three beckles.
Scale, Simon.
30. Less 30. 9. 32.
Mr. Incredible has unlocked some 13.
One look at the sun, Steve. Thank you. Next, come on. 38. Oh, this is me, yeah?
Not you.
Scales. What a shock. 19.
11 and scale.
11 and scales. Right, folks, just pulled up, just paid Aaron. Peg 19. It looks alright, but apparently it's not a great area. I do know that Bomb and Waggler's working, and I might as well just, well, Bomb might work, but you'll see the island it can't be any more than 12 metres at most, but I'll let you have a look. The tactics I wanted to use, you know, you just go, oh bloody hell. I'll let you have a look. There we go. There you go, it's just a short pole over there. I'd say 12 metres. It might be 13, I don't know. I suppose I could go under the island a little bit, or up again Rush's here. Bomb and Waggler I know is working, there's fish there. I suppose I might be able to, because I don't think I'm in Dave's way there. Dave's here, look, he's 2 pegs down, he's out here. I might be able to get a Waggler there maybe. I'll have a look, we'll see. And then we've got options of margins down here and margins down here. So I'll be honest with you, I've not fished this lake before. I'm not quite sure what to do. I'll probably just set maybe 4mm pellets for on the deck, and 4mm pellets for maybe pinging. Not sure, I'm a little bit unsure. We're not knowing the lake, I know this area is not the best, but just on looking at results, I'm up against it here. Those pegs, these here, I think they're going to take some beating. I think where Soz is, and a bit further down, can you see him? Look, Soz, he's in a decent area. And we've got Nige on the end peg here. So, not sure what to expect today. Sunglasses on, it's right in my face. It's going to be a warm day. 28 degrees it's supposed to be today. We'll see how we get on, eh? Damn it! It's ruined my plans. Well, let's get geared out, let's get fishing.
Right then folks, we're an hour and 20 minutes in. And what I decided to do, because I'd heard they were catching on Bomb and Waggler, I went to the left of the tree and had a go on Bomb and Waggler, and I've had 2 sort of 2.5 pound little carp for you there. I had 2.5 pound F1s. I lost one, I think it was a foul looker to be honest. And then I had nothing. I had a good hour or so on that, and then I've been feeding this short line here as well, hoping I might get a few shallow maybe there, or even on deck. And I just thought I'd ship out to the island. Now around the island it's funny in depths, it's quite deep just before the island. Go up to the island, it shallows up obviously. Go to the right at the same distance and it shallows right up. So I'm in like a little hole. I've gone in the deeper part now. As you can see, it's about 4 foot, but I've got a rig that's only about 2.5 foot, about 3 foot to the right. It shallows up the more you go to the right. So I've set a deck rig up for the shallow part there, and at the minute I've had 3 put-ins up towards the island in the deeper hole. I missed a bite, and then the next 2 I've had 2 of those that look like stockies to me. And what I'm doing, I'm putting about 10 or 12 4mm pellets in, tapping them in, and then obviously putting my rig over the top of it. And so far I've had 3 bites in 3 put-ins. Again, it's red hot today at Lindholme, can you believe it? And this pole is like, it's on fire. It's absolutely red hot, and it's going to get warmer as well. Can't believe it, it's so hot it's been. It's for about 3 or 4 weeks. I'm just looking where my marker is on my pole. There are fish mulling about to be mugged, but I've not got my mugging rig set up. Reason being is I can't quite see all the fish with the sun. Even with my glasses on, I can't. It's funny. It's just starting to get a bit better now, so I may set a mugging rug up a bit later on, but I have noticed, even when I've seen one or two come past and I've thrown a pellet at them, they've not really been interested, even in freebies. And there's one to my right that's on top of water, but as soon as you move your pole or anything near them, they're away. So I've not bothered with the mugging rig just yet. And you watch, I've put it out there now. I probably won't get a bite now, camera's on. But we shall see if we can get one. Planes going over. So I'm feeding 4s, and I've put a 6 on. The other rig, the shallow rig, I'll probably feed 4s and fish 4s in the shallower water. I'm just hoping with this 6mm on, there's some nice fish in this lake. Maybe I can pull 1 or 2 of those. I don't know whether you can see that just going under my pole now. That's like a 4 or 5 pounder, but it's zooming about. And there's another couple actually. This is the most I've seen all morning, but there's 2 coming in front of me now. But they are motoring a little bit. Oh, that's typical, isn't it? It'd gone under by now. And if, like I say, if I go to the right there, about 2 or 3 metres to the right, it's only about 2.5 foot deep, same distance out. So we'll see if we can get a few in this deeper area. If not, I can go to the shallower area. And you're probably wondering why I don't just go back that way, but there's a few overhanging. Doesn't look like it from here, but I was catching my pole and my rig on some branches that are stuck out more than they actually look. But over to the right, it's all clear, so I thought rather than cause myself a few problems, I'll fish on the shallow line to the right. Oh, little indication there. And I've got a thicker bristle on this one. Hoping for like more positive. Well, I'm not, I can see it better as well, because this morning it was that bad with the sun. Even with my glasses on I couldn't see it. No matter what colour I put on, but I can see it now. And I've got a really fine bristle for the one in shallower water, so. Oh, a little indication again. There's a few small ones out there. And I'm going to keep feeding the bomb line, because there is fish knocking about, but even if you cast to them with the waggler, they don't seem interested. The bites that I've had, the pellet's settled, and then 5 or 6 seconds later, then it's gone. They don't seem to be taking it on the drop at the minute. They seem to be spooking away from it. I think they've pretty much seen everything now at the minute, so they're very, very wary fish. Oh, it was on something. Ah, there's just a bit of weed down there. I caught it earlier. I didn't think it was quite right, that. I don't know if it's a little root or a weed or... No, it's come off. Typically you reel it in, you bring it in and it's gone off, but that's what I'm doing at the moment out there. I keep feeding this line. Every time I come in, I chuck a few pellets down there, and I'm going to fire some 8mm. It's the 8mm that they've been catching on bomb and pellet, so I keep feeding a few out there, but it's Nigel's only getting a few bits. I've not seen Dave get much, but it is a little bit, this area, I'm not too sure what it's like. I do know that sort of 40 had 100 odd pound of the day. And that side seems to be producing a few more down there where Soz is actually. He's in a good area. And Mr. Incredible. Right, let me get back out, see if we can get a few more for you. Well, typical, I went out that time. I would say it was in about a minute. And under it went. Did exactly the same thing, but it was definitely sat better that time. Tapped my pellets in from about 10 inches, 12 inches above, just to make a little bit of noise. And then settled the rig over it. Oh, unhooked itself, nice one. So, smaller F1. About a pound or so, pound and a bit. We'll get out there and we'll do that again. So, very slow start. But at least we're getting a few now. I was hoping for a few decent carpet waggler and bomb. And I need to feed that little short line. But it never materialised, and I think you've got to give waggler at least a good half hour to an hour, and then it might just switch on a bit later on. So I'll keep firing a few pellets out there and see how we get on. Right, folks, I noticed when I was dropping it in, I was getting bites. So I've just put a shell. I've got a couple of shallow rigs set up, so I thought I'll put a shallow rig on. We'll have a quick look. And the elastic came straight out. I don't think there's millions there, but I just noticed I was getting one or two. Sort of indicate the line was sort of flicking on its way down. So I thought, right, let's have a go at shallow. Oh, stay still. And sure enough, we get an F1. A nice one. We'll give that another go. So up to £7. I've had about 8 fish, I think, because I've had quite a few small ones. I'll switch to 4mm, catapulted a few pellets out, shipped out, and away we go. So I'll do that again. I'm not going right up to the island, so I'm casting a bit short because I don't want to catch those trees. I'll give it another go. See what happens. Was it just luck? Oh, damn it. Schoolboy error, not taking care. We'll get back to you when I get that. It's just flipped over. Oh, it's come off again. It's come off. Nice one. And I went under the other row there. Right. It is quite a shallow rig. Right, well, I had nothing else out there. I didn't go back on the deck. Because while I was firing pellets around my shallow rig out there, I've kept firing 1 or 2 8mm and I saw a couple of swirls. So I thought I'll cast out. I've had about 4 or 5 casts, missed a bite, and then I got a proper take. It's been F1 so far, so this feels like a better fish, but it could be just a big F1, I'm not sure yet. Yeah. Proper take. Oh yeah, bugger. Jumped over my net. Got him that time. I got him that time. So, better fish that one. they're wriggly buggers and he's just a bit too big to get me hand round. There we go, a little F1. Well, 2 pounder. Well, I don't know anybody else is going on. Mr. Incredible, I can see he's on the Waggler, and he's in a better area than here. I thought it was going to be tough here. I just had that feeling. I think Nigel's had a few bits to be right on the end peg. Not sure what Dave's had. I've not seen him get too many. Mr. Incredible loves his pellet waggler. Don't know how Sozza's doing. He's quiet. If he's not doing out, he only comes for a walk. I can't be doing with him beating me today, can I? No. He's already been round abusing me. Feather it down, Richard Wood. Make sure the pellet goes beyond your float. He's been slagging my casting off. Thinks I don't feather it. I've been feathering it since I was 10. It's the first thing my uncle told me to do. So there you go, Richard Wood. Dave grassed you up, Rich. And Dave Wood's brother, that, folks. You say, oh, he's not very good at casting, is he? I don't know how he dare. I think it's best part of me fishing. What's he say? You're no good at fishing then. Now, folks, now. Just because I'm struggling today. Right. Let's have another go. And feather. Right, folks. I've no more indications on the Waggler, so I thought I'll put the bomb back over it. And I was just saying to Dave, it's really difficult round here. And then rod went straight round. It's not a big one, little stocky mirror. Another mirror carp. Like them stockies they put in at the beginning, and it's not even in mouth properly. But there we go. So we'll get back out there. Just found a few pellets, and then I've clipped up because I'm going to put a method over there as well. Short that a bit further. Oh, I like it. I'll give that another go. Right in the middle. Bullseye, that one, bullseye. It's got to go round now. It's just got to. Thought I got a fish on then, it was a bit of a, I think it was a fish swimming past it. That'll come after 3 minutes, that, folks. Right then, let's hope it goes round again. But I've just said to Dave, is anybody catching? I can only see Jack and Barry and they're not catching much. Dave's not catching that much. Nigel's not catching that much. I don't know how they're doing in what I'd class as the favoured pegs. Having said that, I've just seen Barry catch one. He's just netted up, look like an F1. So, don't know. It's difficult to know what to, I can't seem to keep them coming up the same line. I'm going to keep putting a few pellets out there. I've got to keep trying this bomb. I know when I read up on Alex's match on here, he had £90. I don't know what peg he were on. But he seemed to catch more on bomb and pellet and waggler. Nothing much around these islands. I know they can be quite snaggy on these islands. In fact, I've just seen Tony pulling the island back. So I think next point of call is I've got some ground bait, meadow and micros. I'll have a go with the method out there as well. We're 2 hours in. Oh no, we're not. We're 3 hours in and I've only got, it's very poor. I've got just over £10. And there's fish out there, they just don't seem to be having it. Let's hope they switch on, folks, but it's been difficult. First day back after me jollies, and it seems very difficult indeed. But you can only do your best. Right, let's get some more caught. Right. I've just changed to the method. I know I'm swapping and changing a bit, but I just can't seem to get anything going. I thought, well, I'll have a look on the method. It's my old faithful. And 3 minutes in, it's gone round. But that seems to be the pattern. You can't seem to keep anything going at all. So another F1. Can't seem to get these carp feeding at all. So I just put a little, I know everybody's into wafters nowadays, and you know, I like my wafters, but I've got a load of micros on there, and I thought I'll just, there's like standout baits and then there's like your camouflage bait. So a little 4mm pellet I put on there among the micros. It's always worked in the past. Just because the wafters are the in thing, it doesn't mean little pellets aren't going to work, and they often do. Right, I did have a look under the tree just to get the better of my curiosity, and then I've gone back to where I've been feeding 8mm pellets, and 2.5 minutes in I did nothing for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and then it's gone round again. But it really does seem like very hard work. Feels like a better fish than all this. And what I did this time, again changing and just having a look, I've put ground bait and pellets, micros. I've fed my margin with ground bait and a few micros. Yeah, it does seem better, this fish, at last. I just think it's one of those days, changing weather, hot day, you can just make things difficult. And I'm not moaning, it's just how it is. Because I know some people say, oh, you fishermen, you're always moaning. Moaning when it's cold. Moaning when it's hot. We do. That's what fishermen do. We're the best moaners in the world, apart from women. I know there's some women watch, sorry. Just joking. This is definitely, it's my first carp, and it's a nice one as well. Got him now. Now that's what we're after, ladies and gentlemen. A proper fish. At last, Mr. Del Monte. He said, yeah. What a beauty. Oh, his fin looks a bit, I won't get him out. I was going to get him out. Didn't realise he was that lively. But as you can see, he's got to be £8. Maybe a little bit more. Well, I thought the pellets I've been putting out, I'll have another go on the waggler. And I just saw a fish coming across there, so I wound it in quickly, stopped it and guessed where I thought it might be. 2 or 3 seconds later it went under and I looked into this. It's not happy. It's not happy at all. And I think it's another decent carp. by the feels of this. Let's hope we can get him in. I've done it once or twice, it doesn't always work, but I just thought I'll just drop it where I think it will head in. Brilliant. It's certainly not an F1. If it is, it's foul hooked. No, it's not an F1, that's a carp. So lucky boy, Alan, lucky boy. Right, we'll see if we can guide him in. Nice and steady. Come on, Mr. Fish. I know you're not happy, but come to your Uncle Alan. Got to look out for these things, you see. Wowzers. He's a fit little thing. Somebody said they don't like the word they're saying. He's been drinking Guinness. Well, if you drink plenty of Guinness, you get a lot of iron in your system, don't you? It makes you strong. You should know that. Bodybuilders drink raw eggs and Guinness. My mate did anyway. He was Mr. Yorkshire for about 5 years, old Sammy. It was like watching Rocky cracking eggs into his Guinness. I know Rocky didn't drink Guinness, but he cracked raw eggs in, didn't he? Oh, come on. He's not quite ready yet. Guide him in. And boy, it's warm, ladies and gentlemen. It is very, very, very warm. Just a bit too far for me. I thought he'd give up then. This time. Nice little kick. Goes up and then like flicks himself. He's determined not to come in. Come on, you little beauty. He's off again. Hard work this. Mind you, it's better than working. It is better than working. Yeah, he's doing it again. Gotcha that time, he tried. But I was like a coiled spring then. One of our lads is called Coil Spring. Oh, what a mighty fish. Oh. There we go. About, I don't know, 5-6 pound. Lovely jubbly. Right, a couple more of those, please. It'll be very, very nice. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, moving out. Alright folks, I've just got him in. You've missed one, a fish. I got another mug of it. It all happened that quick, I just didn't have a chance to show you that. It's the first one I've mugged. There's one or two showing a bit of interest. I've literally just gone in my margin, and it's first time of any movement that I've seen. There's fish jumping about, so there's big fish coming in. Just not a positive enough pull yet. It's giving it this. There's nothing so to suggest that it's a proper bite yet. Come on, mighty fish, go under. Take it. Gotcha. Now that was a better bite, but I don't think it's a carp. Didn't think they were carp, I thought. So, oh, there's some muggers coming and all now. So with it being bream, that's a decent bream, is that? I'm going to repot and see if we can get the carp moving in. There's some muggers as well, and look at that, like a Illard's bag. Look at these muggers here. Yeah, two just cruising past saying hello. There. Nice skimmer. I thought the bite seemed a little bit weird, so I'm going to put some more bait down, because if the skimmer's there and they're having to go first, I don't think the carp are bullying, but I think there's fish going in and out, so I'll repot. I'll have another go on the waggler and we'll have another look in 5-10 minutes. You might as well see this. So on the waggler second cast, I've been firing not loads of pellets, I've been firing 2s and 3s regular, and what I did there, cast out, nothing, 2 pellets, pulled it in, instant bite. And I do think it's like a predatory thing. It's got to be, because when I've seen the underwater footage that Jamie Hughes and Rob Hughes did, it spins with the pellet. It's so unnatural, but it just, I don't know, it just seems to work. I don't think you can ignore that. It's not going to hurt for a few seconds to pull it into pellets, is it? At all. So another 2.5, it's an F1 2.5 pounder, and that puts me up to 33. So I don't know if everybody else has started catching, and there's definitely some fish down there. I've got to straight in front of a carp, that. If you're wondering why I just looked left then, because there's a load of little fish just jumping out. Oh, we've got the black swan, Australian black swan. I might as well leave camera on for you, he's coming over. So let's have a quick look. Here Swan is. Tuck him in. Look at these. Oh, little tweak. I'll bring this in, get it out of the way. But look at these beauties. A couple of belters. Australian black swans. Beautiful fish. Beautiful fish, birds. Birdies. Oh, there's got to be some fish down there. Right, there you go, folks. Well, it's only 4 casts later on this waggler. Same sort of thing, 2 or 3 pellets, cast out. It went in absolutely lovely, just hardly any noise. I've put a lighter float on, straight under. Not sure what it is, I'm hoping it's a carp. I noticed Tony's catching down there. He had £23 on his clicker and I had 20. So, depends what size fish he's catching. Certainly Simon Hudson and Nige Middleton, good anglers. And they're on half decent pegs, so see how they are. And it's Jeff's time of day and all. He likes his paste, does Jeff, and he gets some big fish on paste. If they've turned up in margins, he can put some right weight in. He uses a heavy gear, does Jeff. He drags them in. He don't hang about. Not knicker elastic, as he says that's what I use. Well, they started coming in all right, and he's flexing his muscles. Must be some spinach out there. Come on then now, all right, we've seen how strong you are. Here, fishy. He's not wanting to show himself, is he? He's not even that big. He's just giving it what for. The bigger one, the biggest one I've got, were a lot easier to get in than this. I think you find that though, don't you? Youth. That's what it is, youth. And there's definitely some action going off down there. Gotcha, you little beauty. Got you, you little beauty. Oh yes. Not the biggest, but it'll do. There we go. About £3 I'd say, maybe a bit more. Maybe £4 I'll give him. So that puts me on to 1, 2, 3, 4, 37. Oh, I could do with a good finish. Right, I've got to have another look out there though, because that's 2 fish in 6 casts, so there we go, let me get back out. People, we are all weighed in. Well, it says 38 on my van. 38. It's absolutely boiling out there. Unreal. Not ideal, that. You'd expect everything to be shallow. But most people have caught, as Alex Doherty said earlier, bomb and pellets catching. As you know, I tried it there and I didn't have very much success. I couldn't really quite cast to the island. It would have been unfair to Dave. I would have been intruding into his swim, so I didn't really go much further than the tree that was sticking out. I'm sure if I could have catapulted some 8mm pretty close to the island on bomber pellet, it might have been different. It might have been what Nigel's done. And I said the other side where Nigel's been pegged 30, 32, around there, 34, 38, 40. I thought them pegs might produce. There was only a couple of them produced. It's been a tough day all round, as you could tell with the way I was switching, swapping and changing from tactic to tactic. I couldn't seem to get a decent run of fish anywhere. The best run of fish I had was at 14 metres in that hole. I found an hole and it was weird, it seemed to shallow, drop off, go shallow as you went to the island, and then went shallow the same distance away from the island. It's only about, I can't remember what it was now, 2.5 foot, something like that. It really went up. So I thought, I'll fish in that hole, because any bait that might be blown about, it's going to blow and go down there. Or when they're wafting the fins. And I did get 1 or 2 fish, but they were small, and then I started to get bittered out. I kept getting the little bobs. I know you're thinking they're F1 bites. I was lifting, and I could feel them wriggling away, little tiddlers. I never actually went in to the shallow line that I plumbed up. Maybe that were a mistake, but I just had that feeling it was full of small fish. There was fry everywhere, loads of them. And when I went into my margins towards the end, I foul hooked one. I hooked into a big skimmer. I'm not sure if they were chasing those fry. On about the predatory instinct, I do know that all fish eat other fish. It's a known fact. So whether they were too busy chasing them, I don't know. But I could not get, even on 8mm pellets, I lifted into one and I could feel it wriggling. It was a skimmer about that big, and I put plenty of bait down. I was hoping to feed them off, but there were millions of them. Millions, honestly, they were just scatting everywhere. 1 or 2 big ones did come in, but they just didn't seem interested in what I was presenting. My main stamp of fish have come from a couple off mugging, on the waggler, and 1 on the bomb, 2 on the bomb, and a couple on the feeder. And as you can see there, all the different methods. I didn't fancy where I was. I'm pretty sure in winter that hole I found might be a little holding spot. It could be okay in winter, that. I never fished the mud line. I didn't fancy setting anything else up. Maybe I'd have caught on the mud line, but there were a couple of guys were fishing mud line, and Dave were fishing mud line. There were 1 or 2 others fishing mud line and didn't have much, and nobody else did. So I decided not to do that. I made my mind up that I wanted to try and catch on waggler, bomb and method. They were my 3 main things, and that's what I've really caught on. And maybe I should have put everything else away. Having said that, I can't say everything else away because I had 2 decent fish mugging. But it's been a tough day, swapping and changing. I had 39 on my clicker. Tony had 30 odd on his clicker. Oh no, 41 on his clicker. And Tony were in my section. So when we've weighed in, let's get on to the results. Your first section from peg 38. I thought there'd been a few more fish come from there, but I never saw him fish bomb or waggler. Maybe he's made a mistake there. Jack Vord. So you've won your section, pal. What a mighty fisherman you are, you jammy sod, first and second in your section. And then we've got Barry Pickersgill catching on bomb and 8mm pellet, which is what Alex told me about. 61 pounds. Oh, sorry, your second section. Me. So what a mighty fisherman I am. My 39 pounds actually weighed 46.74. Just pipping Tony for the section. I do apologise, Tony. I'd only got 39 on my clicker. I am crap at guessing weights. So, get in. So in second place, we only played first and second and 2 sections because there weren't that many others. In second place, Barry Pickersgill, bomb and pellet 61.22. He reckons he's been broke twice in the tree. They've gone to pile into a tree and he's broke off there. So what a mighty fisherman you are, Barry. Well done, son. And in first place, I think I mentioned it on my video where Nigel Middleton, good angler. He's also fished bomb and pellet most of the day out towards the island in open water as far as he could cast his pellets, and he's ended up with 73. It's my own writing, it's either 70 or 20. So well done, Nigel Middleton. You are this week's whole boys mighty fisherman. So that was a very tough day indeed. I found it difficult. I really didn't fancy it. Nigel didn't weigh in, he had about 12 pound. Soz didn't weigh in, he had about 20 pound. Dave had 20 pound outside of me. And Nigel Middleton, he fished that peg a while ago and he says, I only had 1 perch out of this peg, Albert, where you fished today. He says, I couldn't catch anywhere. So I think I've done alright actually. I've ended up 3rd overall. Tony's ended up 4th overall, so unlucky Tony. So there you go, first day back after me jollies.
Not too bad, found it a bit frustrating. I couldn't get into a pattern. I had to keep searching for fish. Moody day, I think, for the fish. But still, it's been a gorgeous day. I'm off to the pub for a pint with the boys. And I hope you've enjoyed today's video. And the insights to fishing the Laurels pond on a particularly very warm day, calm day, and very tough. And I know the regulars can catch you 100s and 200 pounds, but you know, I'm sure fishing this a few times, you get to know pegs inside out. You know what to do straight away, don't you? Cut a lot of messing about out. It's the first time I've fished it, so, and I don't think that. I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm right. I don't think that's the best area. My opinion. I'm sure it has its day. Right then folks, don't forget, oh yeah, by the way, it is the UK Champs, the fourth and final round. Andy Powers in A1 position with 3 wins out of 3. That's section wins. He's looking good to win it again. Some boy, that lad. He is a mighty fisherman. So, I actually hope he wins it again. I do. He deserves it because he's a cracking angler. So me and David Wood shall be meeting up and we shall see you at Lindholme Lakes. That is one very moody place at the minute. You can get Watterlick there, no problem. So I just hope I have a half decent day. I'm in about 52nd position, I think, just below mid-table. I'd like to get above mid-table if I can. That will be a improvement on my first year, and then hopefully try and improve next year. So we'll see you on the bank at Lindholme Lakes. And don't forget, if you do like my videos, it's absolutely free to subscribe. If you click the notification bell, you will get all our videos as we upload them. And a thumbs up. Come on, monkey. Would be very, very nice. Right. See you next Wednesday. And take care. Don't forget, folks. Fish on, guys.